The whole NBA offseason is waiting on one man. Not a trade, not a draft pick. A decision. At 41 years old, LeBron James is staring at more freedom than he has ever had in a single summer. He could run it back. He could chase one last ring somewhere new. Or he could walk away on top. So, what will LeBron do? It's the biggest question in basketball. Here's the plan. First, proof that he can still absolutely play. Then, why this summer gives him more options than ever before. Then, the three doors in front of him. Stay, leave, or retire, and the case for each. And finally, what I actually think he does. The facts and his own words are verified. The analysis is mine. Let's start with the tape. This is Game is Culture. If you want every domino of this offseason broken down with real data, hit subscribe. We're chasing 1,000. It's free and it helps a ton. Now, can he still play? He can still play. This is not a farewell tour of a shell of a player. At 41 years old, LeBron just averaged almost 21 points, 6 rebounds, and over 7 assists a game, on 51% shooting and nearly 60% true shooting. Those are starter-level playoff team numbers. In the oldest season any superstar has ever played at this level, he was still unmistakably really good. Let that sink in. Most players are long retired by 41. LeBron is still a 20-point, 7-assist playmaker on efficient shooting. That's the entire reason this decision is so fascinating. If he were washed, there'd be no debate. Instead, he's a player good enough that contenders would genuinely want him, which is exactly what makes every option on his table real. More freedom than ever. And here's the situation. By every report, James has never gone into a summer with this much freedom. He could stay with the Lakers. He could pick another spot. He could retire. He could demand a max salary or take less to help a team win. Every single path is open. Meanwhile, his Lakers were swept out of the first round by the Thunder, which only adds fuel to the questions. And the stakes are enormous because a return would be his 24th NBA season, more than any player in the history of the league has ever played. He's chasing nothing statistically anymore. He owns the records. So this isn't about numbers. It's about what he wants the final chapter to look like. That makes it less of a basketball decision and more of a legacy decision. Door 1, run it back. Door 1, stay in Los Angeles for a 9th year. The Lakers now belong to Luka Doncic, who just averaged 33 a game and is the future of the franchise. Pairing one last LeBron season with a 20-something superstar is a real contender setup. The catch? The Lakers have other decisions, like an extension for Austin Reeves, and his choice shapes all of them. They're waiting on him. Door 2, chase a ring elsewhere. Door 2, a presumably final chapter somewhere new. This is the wild card. If LeBron decided he wanted the best possible shot at one more ring, a contender short a playmaker would clear the path in a heartbeat, especially if he took less money. To be clear, I'm not reporting that any specific team has made a move. I'm saying a player this good, willing to sacrifice, would have suitors. The question is whether he wants the upheaval at 41. Door 3, walk away on top. And door 3, retirement. He's the all-time leading scorer, a multiple-time champion, and he just proved he can still produce at 41. There may be no more graceful exit in sports history than walking away while still a 20-point-per-game player on his own terms. He's even joked about the golf bug. Nobody would question a legend choosing to leave with absolutely nothing left to prove. So, weigh the three doors. Stay and contend next to Luka with comfort and familiarity. Leave and gamble everything on one final ring chase. Or retire and end the greatest longevity story the sport has ever seen on a high note. Each one writes a different ending to his career, and only one man gets to choose which. What do I think? My read is he runs it back one more time. He's still too good to walk away. The Lakers are set up to contend around Luka, and staying is the path of least resistance for a 41-year-old with a young family and a golf habit. But in his own words, when the time comes, we'll know what he decides. Until then, the whole league holds its breath.
And don't underestimate the ripple effect.
Per reporting, getting a sense of James's plans will go a long way toward letting the Lakers' other moves fall into place, including that Austin Reeves extension. His decision doesn't just shape his own future, it freezes an entire franchise and, to a degree, the whole market until he speaks. Other stars are waiting to see where the dominoes land first. That's the gravity he still carries at 41. And maybe that's the most remarkable part of the whole story. 23 seasons in, LeBron James is still the most important name on the free agent board. The one player whose single decision bends the entire offseason around him. Most players his age are an afterthought. He's the headline. Whatever he chooses, stay, leave, or walk away, it will be the defining move of the summer. The King still sets the table. So what does LeBron James do? Run it back with Luka's Lakers? Chase one final ring somewhere new? Or retire as the greatest to ever last this long? At 41, still putting up 21, 6, and 7, every door is genuinely open. So you tell me, what should the King do? Drop it below. And if you want every offseason domino covered, subscribe and join the family.